Let's just stop thinking about it. Death may be inevitable for most individuals. Might be immortality, might be a joke. Immortality may be an option, though. People do talk about it, write books about it. And supposedly there's immortals in the world right now. Anyways, regardless, the ratio of joy, regardless of immortality, is possible. Let's just talk about real life. You're going to die at like 80 or 90 or whatever, right? Regardless, the ratio of joy experienced by our childlike self. I'm not trying to put you guys in a box and say you can't access it. And say, well, kids are more joyful than grown-ups. And we say, oh, great, crap. You know? No, you can do it right now. We can all do this just like kids do it. Childlike self is greater in quantity. The ratio of joy is greater in quantity and quality. It's a higher joy. Grown-ups, we only experience it for a second. The Diet Pepsi, oh, it only lasts for like 30 seconds, and God, do this, and then come have another one, you know? Anyways. So, it's so much greater than our jaded, bored, tired, program override because we're to the children of God, so, you know, that you should be in ecstasy all the time. We have a program override. We're going to have fun later on Christmas. And until then, do your homework. You know what I mean? Like, nothing wrong with homework. I'm just saying, like, we have this program of fear of loss of good times, and it comes at Christmas, and Christmas isn't fun anymore because I'm old and I have to buy the presents. You know what I mean? So we're always chasing this thing we want, and it's like inside of us the whole time. It's hilarious. You know, we're grabbing for the thing inside of us. To retain our own personal childlike wonder, we have to regain our sense of ease. Ease. That we experienced when we were at our healthiest state in this life as children. Before we got injured, before somebody said something that hurt our feelings, before we lost whatever we lost, right? Before all that, we were just, you know, all the time. And that's how we get to the kingdom of heaven. Remember that book said that. Old school kids are active, they play, they're enthusiastic, Theo is God, enthusiastic, God inside of you, right? It says it right there in the word. Even our etymology tells us it's all God. It's ridiculous. If you start looking in the roots of words, it's like God, 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 God. We're just saying synonyms for God. Every word we say. It's hilarious. Open to learning new things. Kids are like sponges, right? Except you be as a little child, you shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. It's boring. I've already seen this. I don't want to watch this. I've already been there. I've been there. I've done that. Yeah, kid, let me tell you about the good old days. And blah, blah. What about right now? You're bumming me out with your old stories. What about right now? Did you see the ocean right now? I get to listen to this old story that you told how many times? How many people brought their day down? You see what I'm saying? Let's just stop thinking about it.
Let's just stop thinking about it.
Look at this. You know what I'm saying? You guys are in paradise. I cried on the way to work. I'm not even joking. A couple days ago. So beautiful. It's ridiculous. Full of energy. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Right? When you're energetic, everything seems easy. When you have no energy, it's like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Right?
Yeah.
Energy can be nice. And kids have a lot of energy. It's like, calm down, kids. You know? What if we were like that? You're like, Dad, Mom, can you let us rest? What if we were like that? Throwing the ball, doing the thing, you know? New school kids, check them out. Yeah. Programmed earlier and earlier. Smart TVs, phones, tablets, computers. Nothing wrong with those things. No joking. I'm just saying it's true. To think in certain ways, right? Scroll. Remember the Wheel of Fortune? Dopamine rush. Oh yeah, I got the new car. But that's what it is. Instagram. 777. Yes. Ding 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 ding. That's all it is. It's dopamine rush. Something interesting. Dopamine rush. That's what it is. And most of it's boring, tedious. But if you find that one little thing, it motivates you because you're like, well, there's good stuff in here. I just got to dig through all this other stuff. And then, you know, there are years. The God behind you. No one told you when to run. Who runs anymore? You know what I mean? You miss the starting gun. We need like a game to run. You know what I mean? I don't run because I'm not a runner in the track, but I have legs, but I don't do it. You know? Only those people do it. And the singers sing, but I don't sing because I can sing. I don't. But, right? I don't draw because my hand can draw, but I don't. The artists draw. I'm just saying, right? We're all capable of everything everybody else is. Okay, so and to think about certain things, right? So to think in certain ways, so it's like I gotta dig through all this means to an end, right? Once I get through this, it's gonna be Christmas. That's how they first taught us. It's like wait all year until Christmas. You're supposed to feel like that every day. Today, you know, this is Monday, right? But we don't. We're taught wait to be happy until you get the thing, until the thing happens. Then you'll be happy. Or, oh, wasn't it so great back then? And right now it just sucks. Let's talk about yesterday. Right? What are you talking about? Taking weak breaths, thinking about negative things. Anyways, to think about certain things, you know, the weather, sports, draws, to the exclusion of the individually pertinent knowledge, like, oh, I have a VO2 max, like my lung capacity has a 100%, I'm only doing 10% my whole life, the whole time? Maybe when you did sports or had sex or did something like that and you took a more deep breaths and you had ecstatic experiences, that those are the good times of your life, right? And how are you breathing? You know, when you jumped out of the plane, you know, like you weren't just breathing like, oh God, another day, God, dying.